Back in 2017, in January at CES, I and many other colleagues in the automotive press watched with a mixture of curiosity and healthy skepticism as a Chinese-backed automotive startup from Silicon Valley by the name of Faraday Future held a lavish reveal event for the FF-91, the first electric car it had hoped to bring into production, on an empty lot just a few miles from the main Las Vegas Strip. The event, full of Faraday Future's Chinese investors and Faraday Future employees, had something of an air of surrealism about it. Carefully choreographed and executed, the event mimicked the big tech reveals of many a computer hardware or software company and included live demonstrations of various tech features that the company said the FF-91 would have when it came to market. And in the best tradition of Silicon Valley demos, some didn't go according to plan and were hurriedly removed from the official YouTube video after the live stream ended. 1 year earlier, the same group of journalists had attended a similarly ostentatious reveal on the MGM lot in Las Vegas, where Faraday Future's executive team excitedly told us about how it was different to other automakers out there, how it had a unique modular skateboard design that would allow it to design and produce electric vehicles far more quickly than traditional car companies, and revealed a crazy single-seat, fully autonomous concept vehicle, the keyword is concept, that seemed to do little to showcase what the company was actually planning to make. Indeed, we had to wait another year to see the FF-91, and when we did, it was certainly a fast car, but it was always very much a prototype, with 3 prototypes on display, each engineered to satisfy one of the various demonstrations that were required of them. Both of these two events, the 2016 and 2017 reveals, didn't feel all that substantial in their offerings, nor did the groundbreaking ceremony just north of Las Vegas at the tail end of 2016, when Faraday Future proudly proclaimed it would build a massive production facility where all of its US electric cars would be built. I'm not going to go as far as to call all of these smoke and mirror affairs, but let's just say it left skeptical journalists behind due to the lack of decent information about the company and its promised products. As the months passed and stories about Faraday Future not paying its bills increased in number, most of us in the automotive world mentally wrote Faraday Future off as having absolutely no future. Especially when its parent company, LECO, which held joint IP over many Faraday Future patents, and their shared CEO Jie Junting, or JT for short, got into trouble with the Chinese government over massive personal and corporate debts back home. That seemed at that point that everyone's fears were true. Faraday Future was running out of money fast. The company cancelled its Las Vegas production facility plans, selecting instead a leased facility in Hanford, California, for a much scaled-back US production line, and went into a much leaner mode of operation. And most of us, including me, was expecting the company to die. Since then, though, things have changed a little, and it's got me thinking, is Faraday Future about to prove skeptics wrong and actually bring cars to market after all? In the last few months, Faraday Future seems to have been given a second lease of life. A previous investor sold a stake in the company worth 45% for $2 billion to a Chinese wealth fund. Other investors have chipped in too, and in the last month, we've seen videos posted of Faraday Future busy testing its alpha prototype FF-91s, producing its first body in white from the production line, and then earlier this week, revealing its first pre-production prototype at the Hanford facility, a facility which, from the photographs at least, reminds me very much of an early Tesla Model S production line. So far then, Faraday Future appears to have done the seemingly impossible. It's got pre-production prototypes rolling off the production line, and it's now full steam ahead with training up production line staff and producing a series of pre-production models to tune and refine those production line processes. In a statement accompanying the announcement of this first pre-production car, it said it will be hiring more than 1,000 workers in the coming months and, aided by a grant from California's Employment Training Panel, will even begin a management training program at a local college for workers to attend. So it's proven skeptics wrong then? Well, sort of. Faraday Future has done more than many of us imagined and has got to this pre-production stage. It has cars that operate and do what they're supposed to do, and it's been very busy undertaking everything from extreme climate testing to handling refinement. But in order for Faraday Future to actually continue as a company, it needs to produce the FF-91 in large enough volumes that allow it to start work on its second and third planned models. It needs to ensure that it understands the production process and doesn't fall into the same quality control traps that some other car companies have in the past. But most of all, it needs to ensure that customers will buy its massive electric SUV. While it offers more than 1,050 horsepower, a range in excess of 385 miles, and a claimed 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 2.5 seconds, the FF-91's price tag, expected to be more than $300,000, makes even a fully laden Tesla Model X P100D look cheap. Convincing customers to part with that much money when there are other more established brands offering similar range and performance is going to be a tough sell indeed. Will Faraday Future manage it? Well, 6 months ago I'd have said no. But this, like the metaphorical cat, is a company which seems to have many, many lives. That's it. As always, hit the notification bell to hear the moment a new show is uploaded. Subscribe to both of our channels, and if you fancy it, support us by using one of the 2 links below or by buying something from our shop. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep evolving.